Alright, so got a bunch of parts which I was hoping to use to modify this so that I could just try to get that black part yellow, which means that other part, because it's connected to this. See, this piece here, and then there's this piece here, and then of course this is the other side skirt, or whatever you want to call this. I guess it's considered a side skirt. I was hoping that getting some of these pieces would work, but they don't. Basically, a couple of things I had to try, but one thing is, like, if I lay these out like so, I think it would be kind of like this. It would basically should work. Well, I was hoping that it would fit like this, but one thing is, you look at actually, whoops, sorry, it should be like this. So these have this anti-studs in the back. They would clip onto whatever's back here, which, for instance, this piece right here, see, they got some of these down there too, basically. So yeah, these are just tilted this way, but this is if you were looking inside the car, right? Like this piece would kind of fit there, and then consequently, additionally, those other pieces that would be black would be, right there. You get my meaning? So there's a couple issues, and I just wanted to show this just in case anyone was thinking, possibly trying to do what I was thinking of doing. Number one, I just start with this main piece here. You see there's a difference in height. Didn't really realize that. I was figured, okay, if it's they made a piece like this, it should probably mimic that, or vice versa. This Mattel piece was trying to mimic something like this, but it's definitely at a different height. So what that means is, when this thing is mounted on there, as it does, it clears the door on the bottom here. What that means is, if I try to do this on here, well, I guess I can just try it and show it to you. It's shorter. So that means if this is supposed to be in line with that, you can see what I mean? It doesn't drop as low. And I'll just show you real quickly. I can probably fit this in here. Well, yeah, like that. But there, I can't close the door. Not without it hitting this corner and then possibly pushing on this. And you're going to mess up the door. You can see, but there's no clearance for that piece in there. So you just cannot close the door. So that's not going to work. And that basically should be the end of it. Now, say if it was the same, the other problem now is these aren't the same. Again, you can tell already. If I lined it at the top edge, and just take this, just tap it like that, and so that they should be kind of lined up across the top. Now, as you see, that's lower. And also, you look on the side. Now, these, if I had like a long, if they made these in a 1x4, 4 across, so there's 2 right there, 4, then height-wise, it would have worked, and it actually would be closer to that, because that one is actually lower too, right? The actual black piece is kind of low like this, and I'd probably clear it. I can probably pull it out now and show it to you. Like I put, like, say, this piece, pulled out the black one, I put this one in its place, for instance. If I close it, see? Well, those studs are over there, that's why. Might forget that. See, it clears the bottom though. The only thing is, those studs, at least on this part of it, like, they don't make them in a 1x. I don't think they do. Do they do these in like a 4 across? If not, you could do just 2 next to each other, like this. So yeah, but then let's see. I want to say I thought maybe it's not as tall. No, it is shorter. These actually are about the same height. Now that I think about it, I don't know. I have to order again. I don't have enough pieces. So this will, two things I need to do to even this piece here. Gotta cut off the bottom studs, the hollow studs down here, so it's smooth on the bottom. It's pretty low to the ground. It might just have enough clearance, but I don't want to see those on the bottom, potentially from the side. So I'd probably cut those off. That's not that hard. Additionally, of course. Well, I was going to say I need to cut off at least for the one that go behind this door. I tried to cut off these studs here, take a blade and chop them off. But the problem is, see this? They're hollow behind there. See those? So even if I could cut these off, they leave like a tiny little pinhole on the side. It would probably still work, but you see, like, obviously you cut that part of it off. That'll knock, cut open, basically cut off the ends of those holes there, so then it'll be open. So you get these little two pinholes, which is doable. They're just going to go inside the door anyways, and the door is mostly going to be closed. I'm never really going to display it with the door open. And if you do, you just get 4 pinholes basically showing through if I lined up something like this on the bottom. So I could do that. So that's the plan. So if I don't think even, do I have even enough? I still need 3. I might have just enough. I don't know if this needs to be one, like this piece right over here, it's a double. I wonder if I can still get it. If there's no actual mechanical reason why it needs to be like a double like this, if I can make up that area with 3, like this, then that could work. And I think I have enough on this side. I just need 2, and I do have exactly that much right over here. So it could be possible. I mean, I have no other use for these pieces, but it's just going to be a bit of work to just chop off all those on the bottom, and then at least on these, knock off those other studs there, and then put them in there. So one last issue is that with the Mattel piece, there's the black ones that came here. See the edge right here in the corner? There and there. It's straight, a straight cut. There's no roundedness. Because here you can see the corners are a bit rounded. So basically what that means is that it won't be as smooth and continuous as it is right now, because there's just straight cut. So then when they butt up against each other, it looks more like a clean, continuous edge. Versus this, you can already see from the reflection, it'll break up that edge, and it'll just get like, it won't be completely as smooth and transitionless. So you do actually get a thin break. We can't see it here, but you can imagine. But because it's the straight, even on here, you don't see any edging. I mean, it's subtle, but nonetheless, it is there. I'm not sure I'm going to like that look as much. If I'm looking at this, the edge, and you just see like a little divot like that. That may not be so good. I'll think about it. But I just wanted to say that if I were to replace it now, change my plan a little, I'll have to use, I can't use these pieces because just they're not, it's just not tall enough for one thing. Or, yeah. And it's actually slightly wider than the black one. Like it comes out this way more. Let's see. Anyways, there's not a big deal. I mean, just makes the skirt a little wider, but it's negligible. But the main thing is that the height, it just won't clear the door. So you have to do something like this. I mean, if I could get a 4 and 2 and 1, or 1 and 2 rather, that's how it's laid out there, then that would work. But they don't make these, I don't believe, in a 4. I could check. If they do, maybe. But then at least this edge, this is the main edge, just because there's nothing, at least this part, there's these pieces that are kind of covering it. It overlaps it a little bit, and there's there's something going on close to the edge already, versus this is more open right on this side, right under the door, right outside the door, and then you'll see that break like that or something. Anyways, just letting you know, it may or may not work. I'll see if I do it. Just wanted to give an update on what my plan was and how it kind of bombed on me. But there is a kind of a fix for it, but I'm not sure if I really want to do that. We'll see.